Well, parents across Florida now asking lawmakers to take a look at the state's DUI laws. Now, you may remember this right here. It's video. A young girl hit by a car as she was crossing the street in a crosswalk. She was thrown feet in the air but survived. A police report noted the driver who hit her smelled like alcohol, but there was no breathalyzer test that was taken. The mom did not understand how someone caused an accident just like that but was not tested. And she's not alone in wondering why. So new tonight, another mom now sharing her story with our Jen Titus about her son who was killed in a car crash.
Yeah, the driver has an extensive criminal history that includes drug charges. Officers didn't have a toxicology report after the deadly crash. And now she's filed a petition that has thousands of signatures and is working with lawmakers in hopes to change state law.
It was in 2022, and he actually hated that picture, but that was one of my favorites of him.
The smile on Clayton Emerson's face could light up a room.
This was when we were at St. Augustine. It's one of our favorite places to vacation.
It makes his mom, Kelly, smile when she sees it.
Everybody loved him. My family loved him. You know, he was just exuberant. Everybody that knew him loved him.
But these photos are now all of what Kelly has left of that smile.
What do you remember about that day?
I remember everything. That day I washed his clothes. He was going out that night. It was around graduation time, so he was going out and he was riding with a group of friends. So I remember him leaving. I remember our conversation. He wanted me to run my fingers through his hair because he loved his hair.
It's gorgeous.
Yeah.
He had a head full of hair.
Yeah. So I remember everything from that day.
According to a police report on Saturday, June 1st, 2024, there was a crash involving a truck and a motorcycle. Clayton, who was riding the motorcycle, did not survive.
They asked me if I was Clayton Emerson's mother, and I said yes. And they told me that there was an accident, and I immediately asked them where could I go see him, and then they told me that he was deceased.
The report goes on to say that while Clayton's speed was a factor in the crash, the driver of the truck drove out in front of incoming traffic. He was given a citation for failure to yield right away. That same report also mentions the driver of the truck did not have any signs of slurred speech or loss of balance, and no illegal substances were detected. No toxicology or breathalyzer was given.
Yes.
That's what Kelly says is a problem.
You don't smell cocaine. You don't smell, synthetic drugs. And also not just the smell, but the adrenaline from just killing somebody can mask the impairment of cocaine or a list of drugs.
The driver of the truck has a history of drug-related arrest.
Whenever you're in my position and you kind of look at that, it's just kind of like, it infuriates you to the point where it's almost, you just want to, pull your hair out.
According to state law, when it comes to a serious or fatal crash, a breathalyzer or toxicology test can be issued if there is probable cause.
I have started a petition, and it's just calling for, when negligence causes a death, that is probable cause. There has been some pushback on it, so I'm working, trying to get the language correct so that we can protect the Fourth Amendment. I don't want to walk on anybody's constitutional rights, that's for sure, but I do want answers. I think that every life deserves answers.
The petition has thousands of signatures, one of them Jamie, whose daughter was crossing the street on her scooter when she was hit by a car.
What hurts on you, sweetie?
The driver, who cops noted smelled like alcohol, didn't take a breathalyzer. Jamie says she supports change.
If the officers were operating in the bounds of their guidelines and their procedures, absolutely fine. I don't fault them. I fault the guidelines and procedures. Maybe those are what should change.
Change Kelly is pushing for.
Here is when he was playing.
For her son, she knows is still smiling from above.
I'm doing it for him. I believe that he has given me the courage to do this. There's times that I feel, this is what he would want me to do. And that does bring me peace knowing that, he's proud of me.
Now, we asked Gainesville police about the response to Clayton's crash. They tell us none of the 12 officers, firefighters, or EMS that responded expressed any concerns about impairment. They tell us it is essential that GPD bases its investigative decisions on the facts and observations present at the scene to establish probable cause rather than relying on a driver's prior history. Now, Kelly has been in contact with numerous families who support the change in the law, as well as Mothers Against Drunk Driving, and they are working on the language of the bill right now. Jennifer Titus, 10 Investigates.